Yeah, I'm just going on side quests now. It's like, you do the YouTube thing for a while, and then it's like, okay, what the else can I do now? Like, I just took a boxing match.
Really?
So, yeah,
Can you say when it is?
Yeah, July 22nd. So it's coming up soon. It's like 3 weeks from now, something like that.
Who's your opponent?
Are you? Yeah.
I'm fighting a streamer named Action Man with the T replaced by a 7. He's, from my understanding, not taking it very seriously and just streaming for 12 hours a day, like hitting dabs and, smoking cigarettes and not training. So, yeah.
Oh, dude, what are you thinking? Who set this up?
So here's the picture's a little misleading because
it's not.
Do you own this company?
So
You're gonna beat the shit out of this fish man.
I have a better physique, but he has almost half a foot on me height wise.
That doesn't matter at all.
So he's like
he's got reach. He's got reach, but
Mike Tyson never fought anybody who was his height. Everybody was taller.
That's also true. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah. So you have experience boxing?
No, none. I have never been in a boxing match. I'm in the middle of like a 6-week crash course on boxing. So I've been training. It's too late for him to do anything about this now, but I've been training 6 days a week on top of my regular lifting schedule and everything. So like I've got like
fuck him up.
some like Gold Glove boxer friends and shit are just like kind of coaching me and sparring with me and shit. Yeah. That's actually today. I just coming off of a bloody nose, fucking sparring for 6 rounds, so that was fun.
We got to get you out to Providence.
What were you like at first?
Awkward as fuck. Yeah. Completely like you think you know how to throw a fucking punch. You're like, I've scrapped. I can do. I can throw, and you don't. You fucking don't. So I've been working on that. A surprising amount of footwork. Everything's starting to feel less awkward. Like I'm starting to move with purpose now, and I know that it's probably good. It looks awful to like an experienced boxer, but for me, only doing this for 3 fucking weeks period, I'm feeling better about it. So
people be like, "Oh, he's so slow." You're used to watching Floyd Mayweather, bro. Like, lower your expectations.
And after you spar a little bit, holy shit! Like just looking at the pros like Mayweather and Tyson and whatnot, you realize like these guys are in a totally different league. They're like borderline not human.
Yes, yeah, somebody did you a favor. You're going to destroy this person.
Does this other guy have fighting? Does he have boxing experience, and that's why he's not taking it seriously? Or
no? So both of us are green. Neither of us have ever done any formal boxing or anything. And originally, the guy I challenged backed out, which is why we were looking for like any opponent, and this was the only guy that said yes. So you know what? Kudos to him for saying yes, but I'm going to have fun.
It seems like a huge mistake on his part to. Dude, if I agreed to a boxing match, the amount of focus and effort I would put into that, driven by nothing more than the fear of getting my ass handed to me.
Oh.
So you can tell he's tall.
This is a problem.
Does it bother you when people call you a bully? Just type it. People are saying.
I was really hoping he was actually going to take this seriously, which it doesn't seem like he is. But hopefully he's surprising me and just like not showing off that he's training, because I talked about doing the same thing. I talked about not mentioning it.
Dude, he's got
Zach,
footwork.
you're gonna scare him. Calm down.
Oh, he does this and he mixes in some punches. Like imagine jab, jab, jab.
If
this is making me kind of like him.
And I lost, I would kill myself in the parking lot.
Dude, have you heard like Sam Hyde's little, like, he's talked about what he would have done if he would have lost his boxing match?
No.
And it's funny, like, getting an insight from him, because he's like, dude, if I would have gotten beat up by that guy, I would have had to like quit the internet. Like I talked more shit than anyone has ever talked before a fight. And if that guy went in there and knocked my block, and he like was giving props to the other guy. He's like, that dude was swinging hammers. Like if he would have connected, I would have been knocked out on the ground, and I would have had to like find a new line of work. Like that puts a huge amount of stress on yourself. Yeah. You got to go train with Sam. You got to get up to Providence and have him teach you the way he did Harley. Turned him into a beast.
I was texting him a little bit. I've been talking to Harley too, who's actually been really, really insightful because he's done 2 of these now.
Nice.
But yeah, I had texted a little bit with Sam. So I think it's going to come down to if he's willing to break off a bit of time and schedules line up and everything, because it is really fucking close.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love to just, even if nothing else, to add to the fucking lore, just go out there for one day. And
dude, I love that now. We're like, for the like YouTuber boxing, like someone will always kind of upturn the apple cart just by being like, I'm going to train with Sam Hyde. Fuck you. And he just like do that now. And for some reason they get upset by it. It's like, are you really that offended by a bunch of people boxing in a dirty parking lot? Like training?
Oh, with an alleged neo-Nazi though.
Oh,
but he's also the ghost of Kiev, so it balances out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a hero. The ghost of Kiev evens out all those other things, you know, he's accused of with all those schools. But that's fake news, as we know.
I still love all that. Like with the Russian coup situation and everything, everybody's like, they're using like fish tank photos to say like, you know, Wagner group mercenary kills, you know, room full of government officials.
Yes.
Sam with the fucking AR-15.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's unbelievable that there are still news people that run that. Like how you have to be intentionally ignorant to not imagine that. Imagine no one at your media company being like, "That's Sam Hyde, dumbass."
Or I'll counter with this: everybody in that media company who knows who Sam is probably like saying nothing. They're like, "Send it."
Yeah, they're like, "I don't want to admit that I think world peace is funny." So,
or more like they're like, "I could stop this from going up and save my boss's career, or I have the opportunity to do something very funny."
Yeah, but fuck him. Yeah, run this silly nonsense story. Woody, you had something you wanted to chat
yeah, Kyle,
about,
before the show, wanted to talk about the Supreme Court affirmative action decision.
I was watching CNN, and this guy, what's his fucking name? I wanted to get it right. Fucking Kenny Zhu or something. Okay. His last name's XU. He was the I think he's Harvard alumni, and he's at he was a big proponent for this, and he's the one they interviewed for it. And the interviewer was a black lady, and he
proponent. Did he want affirmative action to end or keep going?
He wanted it to end.
Okay.
Yeah, he was part of this movement. And he destroyed her. It was they had this debate that went on for like 3 minutes, and she would ask these questions that she'd been handed, and you would see his little mind work. He'd go, and then he'd find a different way to answer. He's like, actually, no, I don't think that at all. I don't think socioeconomic status should be taken into effect. That's a whole different thing. And he just break her down and destroy her. She had to end the conversation, get off the phone with him, and call an ally. And that guy, she was like, "So you just heard the Kenny talk? What do you have to say?" It's like, "Wait, why did you wait till Kenny left to bring your guy on? Like why don't you let Kenny?"
She lost the debate so bad she left and called a friend.
Do you know what kind of a uber Asian you have to be to get into Harvard?
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah,
you gotta be bright.
He's like, Asians aren't overrepresented, aren't overrepresented because of their skin color. It's because they study twice as much as white kids. He said it's a cultural thing. It was really fun to listen to that guy talk. So yeah, I guess affirmative action was stricken down in college admissions, specifically